Yeah,
something
and
like
you're
that.
being not treated like a human being. That's another thing. It's like you're not, all of it, everything, from the way your clothes feel, from the way your beds feel, from the way, everything is simulated to make you uncomfortable. Every single thing.
And that's how they weed people out?
Yes. Basic is like, everyone goes through basic. And it's hard, yeah, because you're getting like yelled at and being taught military etiquette and how to perform in the military in terms of the culture. But once you go to your job training, especially for infantry, it's different. Yeah.
So we kind of teed up the Army question and then got into the hood, which I think is important because it's like a whole backstory. It gives people a foundation. So you enlisted, what, a year and a half ago? Something like that? Or
about January 21st, 2021.
2020. So 2 years.
It's been 2 years now.
You enlisted 2 years in the Army.
E4, baby.
What has that been like for you, like when you're in the shit, because you were talking about it for a while when we were training in New York. What were those first like 2 to 3 months like when you're in training?
Oh man, I don't mean to say this to sound ignorant. Hella gay, so gay.
Yeah, how many cocks did you suck?
It was just not even like
everywhere.
Everywhere, dude. You're, especially in the infantry, like the infantry is different. You know, the infantry is not like the normal army. The infantry is, there's a saying in the army where it's like, there's the infantry and there's everybody else. And so like the infantry,
so infantry is like the lower tier. You're considered lower?
No, not quite. I would say you're considered you're the combat job.
Okay.
You are the
you're like front lines when you see
pretty much
war movies. Like infantry is like the front lines people.
It's not quite that dramatic, you know, now, because we have rangers, we have special forces, but you are the support unit for those units. You are like the bulk fighting force, right? And so your job is to literally kill the enemy. That's all your job is. Some people in the Army, their job is to like be a helicopter pilot, which is dope. Some people have a maintenance technician and all this bullshit. I'm a cook, I'm this, I'm that. No, your job description is to close with and fuck up the enemy. That's your job. Go into the room, kill that motherfucker. That's your job. And
so infantry is what you were getting in for?
Yeah, that's what I was studying to be.
Okay.
Right? But people don't understand the lifestyle of an infantryman is very rough, horrible for your body. Like I said, I slept in a hole many times. And
describe this hole.
So you make it's called a ranger grave.
Okay.
And basically, like, you dig into the ground. You're in fucking Georgia in the summer. It's hot. There are bugs everywhere. You don't sleep. You don't eat. You ruck 12 to 25 miles, which is rucking is like it's like hiking, but with way more weight on your body.
Is this daily doing these rucks?
Yes.
So that's like a day. Like a 20-mile ruck is like a day.
Yeah. And you're not sleeping, you're not eating, you're carrying other people sometimes. They make fake casualties. You're practicing your tactics. There's a lot, man. And you're getting bugs crawling on you. And then you'll pull muscles and you'll strain yourself, and it's not like the gym. It's not like the Muay Thai gym. You can't just be like, oh, I have enough today, I'm gonna
take it easy on my right calf.
Nope. It's not like that at all. Like, you're training and like someone falls down and heat cats or something like that, yeah, they help them. But a lot of times it's like, you gotta keep training, bro. It's not like you pull your muscle, boo fucking who. You're at war.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice. You know what I mean? And the training is harder, I think, a lot than the actual combat. But they do that on purpose because they give you like the worst case scenario. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself mentally. I learned a lot about people, about the U.S. But I got what I wanted. I got the tactical side of training. But when I say, is it good training? Yeah, it's good training. But you got to define good training. Like, good training sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good training. You'll learn the shit you need to learn.
Yeah.
But it sucks. The experience is hard.
Yeah. I see the suns in your eyes. You want to get your shades? You can do that if you want.
No,
or
I'm okay.
Not. You're good? Okay.
I'm good.
So sleeping.
Yeah.
Going back to sleeping in the hole. So like, just like for the day-to-day, just to define it. So you're doing these 12 to 20-mile rucks, which take
Probably
anywhere
more.
From like 3 to 8 hours, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
You're training on top of that, like you're doing
Not sleeping,
weapon
not
stuff,
eating.
and tactical stuff, like studying shit like that.
Yep. You're getting abused mentally.
You're not. They don't feed you.
Sometimes they don't feed you. It's part of the training.
For like a day, like they'll.
Yeah, you'll get like, instead of 3 meals, you get 2 meals.
Okay.
Right. So it's not like crazy. But
so like they're preparing you for a similar situation what you might face.
Yes.
Deployed in the Middle East or something.
Yeah, and you're being not treated like a human being. That's another thing. It's like you're not. All of it, everything, from the way your clothes feel, from the way your beds feel, from the way everything is simulated to make you uncomfortable. Every single thing.
And that's how they weed people out?
Yes. Basic is one thing. Basic is like, everyone goes through basic. And it's hard, because you're getting like yelled at and being taught military etiquette and how to perform in the military in terms of the culture. But once you go to your job training, especially for infantry, it's different.
How long does basic last?
Basic is 3 months.
Okay, and that's more like, just like setting a physical, mental bar just to make sure you're good, and you can survive the training after that.
Yeah, everyone has basic, but then you go to your job training in the infantry. It's called OSIT or infantry school, and for us, it's another 3-4 months, right? And you're taught you don't live in the barracks the way everyone else does. You live in the field. That's where you live. And for like in the Army, there's phases for basic. There's red phase where they really fucking you up all the time. You're getting yelled at. You're being fucking forced into really hard physical, intense labor. But that never ends for you when you're infantry. You're always in that state.
Really?
Yeah, and you're going into training and you're being treated like you're not a human being. That's the other thing. The way I can define it, yes, you're tactical and you're trained well, but they're also honing your mind to endure extremely tough. Like the conditioning is basically life sucks so much that you get used to it, and that when you go into a war environment, you're used to it sucking so much that when you actually go to war, it's like, it's like whatever.
Like, I mean, this is nowhere near the same level of pain and grit, but if you're training for a sport like baseball, for example, which I did almost my entire life, you want practice to be harder than the game.
Yes.
And if the game is feeling tougher to you than practice, then you're training the wrong way.
Training too soft.
Because you want the game to almost be like a celebration of all the work you've put in. Like you're not thinking, you're just doing. So the Army version of that is we're going to beat your ass in infantry, sleep in a hole. Like you're just rucking fully clothed. You're sleeping fully clothed too. Like just on the dirt. There's no mat or anything.
For weeks.
Okay. So you go through that. You get mentally, physically broken down, tested.
A lot of people quit. Some people try to kill themselves. Some people...
Really?
Yeah.
Instead of quitting, they'll kill themselves?
Yeah. I've never been suicidal until the military. The military makes you suicidal. Sometimes you think like, wow, I would rather die than live like this, because you start to, especially with how long infantry training is now, it never used to be this long, but how long it is now, they're thinking about cutting it down again. But they're trying to turn the infantry as a whole into like mini special forces now. That's what they're trying to do now. They're trying to make the standard that every infantryman is almost like a ranger already, right?
Okay.
So
it's like back in the day, infantry didn't have the same baseline of skills and tactics,
they did, but it was
like mental toughness.
Yeah, but it was like special forces did special forces shit, and the infantry did their shit, and you were like the backup for them. Nowadays, they're trying to set a higher bar so that we're producing better results with their infantry, and it's good. We got like, dude, I'm a great shooter now, and I learned how to shoot for real in the military. I had no real prior experience shooting.